I never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement.
This is a sample of a word problem. Remember, after every lesson, you are making one word problem, diba? So in this word problem, you are asked, let's read the word problem po. The sound waves emitted by a dolphin for echolocation is represented by the function y equals sine 4x. In order for scientists to replicate this, determine the amplitude, period, domain, and range of the function. The first step in solving any word problem is to calm down. Kalma lang. Word problem lang to. Kaya mo to. Okay? All right. So that's the first step, because the first mistake that you will ever make is to doubt yourself. Once you doubt yourself, you've committed your first mistake. Okay. So in this problem, you see that the waves are actually representations of different, the graphs are actually representations of different waves. So in this case, we have sound waves. A while ago, I told you about its use on radio waves. So there are different applications here actually. Okay. The item that we are solving is y equals sine 4x. Now that we've extracted our given, we just do the same process. Or we first get the amplitude by identifying the alpha value. Now again, kapag amplitude, siya yung kasamang numerical coefficient ng ating function. In this case, meron po bang kasama na numerical coefficient ang function? Di ba ang numerical coefficient natin? Okay, very good, Christine, Eliza, Ariel. Let's call on Dennis to unmute. Anak, what will be the alpha value here?
1.
Very good. We have the amplitude of 1. Alpha value is 1, which is also reflected in your graph. 1 ang height, -1 ang depth. Next, for the period, we identify the beta value. And the beta value is associated with your angle represented by x. Ang numerical coefficient natin dito, Sheila, correct. Hazel, Shanley, Arwen, tama. Ayan. So let's ask Jed to unmute. What will be the beta value?
4 po.
Wonderful. We have 4 here. And then we substitute to our formula, which is 2 pi over the absolute value of beta. So 2 pi over 4. If we get the lowest term, what will now be the lowest term for our angle? Let's have Joveth, anak, what will now be our period? Ano
1/2 pi.
Okay, 1/2 pi. Wonderful. Or we could also write it as pi over 2. Tama! But this is now the period, and we will check it here. Diba? Ito ang graph natin. Dito siya umulit sa punto na to. At ito ay kalahati ng pi. It's half of pi, therefore it's pi over 2. And that's it. Next, for the domain and range, let's have the domain first. For domain, you know that it's a sine function. Therefore, you look at this part of the table. So, domain is negative infinity, positive infinity. And sa ating mga chatters sa chat box, tama po sina AY and Ramses kanina. And then for the range, we substitute the value of alpha, which is 1. We have -1 to 1. So y is between -1 to 1. Or y is greater than or equal to -1, but less than or equal to 1. And these are the 4 things that we are looking for whenever we are solving the graphs of trigonometric functions. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the amplitude, the period, the domain, and the range. Ayan. If you have questions, please do not be shy to chat your questions in our chat box. And ladies and gentlemen, kindly take a screenshot of the slide so you have a reference for review for next week's task.
I never made it, but